Hello and welcome to our capstone presentation. Today I will tell you about how Zee-Pay paved the way to financial inclusion in Africa. First, I will ask you to hold tight to your seats as we will travel to the future together. It is Ghana, year 2031, Accra capital. Your company heard about the country and its flourishing startup floor and sent you to explore growth opportunities. Ghana has successfully engaged women and youth in the economy thanks to Zee-Pay, the miracle company as they call it. It was a case study all over the world on how a small startup raised millions of people out of poverty and actually succeeded in achieving financial inclusion like no other country before. Impressive, right? Once you land there, you think you're in Dubai, but no, it's Accra. Rich urban life, skyscrapers, and so much movements and things going on that you don't even know where to look. Let me paint you a quick picture of Ghana. It is a sub-Saharan country located in West Africa between Togo and Ivory Coast. English is the first speaking language, and Ghana is characterized by an incredible ethnic diversity and is considered one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. They have a population of 40 million, 57% of which is urban, concentrated in the Southern Economic Zone. The median age is 21 years old, which is one of the youngest populations in the world. Ghanaian women make up 46% of the workforce, and recent graduates prioritize self-employment and entrepreneurship as job options. The Ghanaian customer places great emphasis on the nation of origin than on pricing and other product qualities. Now, let's see the technological segment of Ghana. So Ghana's innovation technology is now growing faster than it was 3 years ago. Ghanaians are youth and vibrant and always learning and expanding their technology development hub to continue growing, developing, and improving. In addition, internet users in Ghana increased by 6%, while the number of the social media users witnessed an increase of 34% between 2020 and 2021. Within the next decade, Ghana aspires to establish a self-sustaining middle-class economy, and its technological advancements will significantly outpace where they are currently. Now let's have a look at the political situation in Ghana. Ghana signed recently the Payment Systems and Settlement Act, so fintech firms do not have to rely on banks anymore. They can request a direct license from Ghana's central bank, which is specific to banks. Therefore, fintech is considered as a banking industry. Now let's go back to our story. It is time to leave, and you ask some colleagues where to get souvenirs, and everyone recommends the Makola market. Now you would ask me, what is this place? It is Accra's largest open-air market. As you enter the market, you notice a nice-looking chocolate boutique. You hardly make your path in, and God, it's worth it. It's the best chocolate you've ever tasted. So unique and spicy. Yes, you heard it well, spicy. You buy a little bit of everything and proceed to the payment. While counting your coins, the cashier takes out her phone and asks you to scan a Zee-Pay QR code. Intrigued, you ask to talk to the owner. Sarah, the owner of the boutique, starts telling you about how Zee-Pay, the miracle company, made her business flourish. 10 years ago, Sarah used to sell her chocolate on the corner of the street, until the day she was approached by a young man representing Zee-Pay. Plot twist, that's when her life changed.
Now, who is the Zee-Pay? Let's go back to 2021, where Zee-Pay was the fastest growing fintech in Ghana, as it tripled in growth and acquired 2.5 million customers who performed more than 3 million transactions of $400 million value. All this in 23 countries and over 5 years only. Zee-Pay focuses on digital rails to connect digital assets like mobile money wallets, cards, ATMs, bank accounts, digital tokens to international money transfer operators, payments, subscriptions, international airtime, and refugee payments. This is an effort to promote and improve financial inclusion in Ghana and Africa, which in turn will make the whole world a better place to live in. Now, you might be wondering what made Zee-Pay so successful. And in fact, Zee-Pay accumulated around $8 million in Series A funding. which is a lot compared to other startups, especially in fintech. Zee-Pay is also the first non-bank institution to receive the electronic money issuer license by the Central Bank of Ghana in order to work as a mobile financial services company. The license was expected to improve financial inclusion for more than 20 million Ghanaians, with impressive cost saving. In general, firms tend to rely on intangible capabilities more than tangible ones, because they are harder to imitate and contribute greatly to the firm's intellectual capital. For Zee-Pay, the main intangible capabilities are its 10 partnerships with MoneyGram, Visa, TapTapSend, and many others, with the goal of raising local and international awareness. Zee-Pay's operations are supported and protected by the giant Pageland, a computer security service firm that helps mobile payments companies prevent financial fraud. So all these capabilities, partnerships, and funding made Zee-Pay who it was in 2021 and helped shape and make who it is right now. Now, let's take a look at Zee-Pay's closest competitors. One of them is Paybox. It's a mobile payment platform, which seems to be a worrying competitor, especially since they won the FinTech Startup of the Year in the Ghana FinTech Award 2021, while Zee-Pay was honored with the FinTech Company of the Year award. And having many similarities in their agendas, the startup seems to be catching up. The other competitor is MTN Mobile Money, and is actually considered to be the most important competitor of Zee-Pay in Ghana. The company is part of the MTN Telecom multinational South African group and is fiercely competing against Zee-Pay in the remittance world through their helpful infrastructure and networks. So, in 2021, what is the problem? Problem is, Africa is the only continent in the world where there are more female entrepreneurs than male entrepreneurs. But despite their superior number, female-owned enterprises have 83% less capital than male-owned ones. This reduced access to capital negatively impacts the ability to secure additional funds, which severely impedes growth prospects. According to our external analysis, Ghana has the youngest population in the world, and more than half their population is under 24. This might sound like good news, and in reality it is, but Ghana suffers from a 12% youth unemployment rate. Good news is that 1 in 3 young people in Ghana is self-employed in the non-agricultural sector. So we can deduce that the entrepreneurial trend is very present in Ghana. And to be honest, it's not just present in Ghana, but Africa as a whole. Africa's entrepreneurship rate is the highest in the world, with 22% of Africa's working-age population starting their own businesses. So we estimate that supporting entrepreneurship in Africa is the way to counter unemployment, boost social inclusion, as well as financial inclusion. Now that we established how many entrepreneurs really need Zee-Pay's help, we can't help but wonder, why B2C when it could be B2M? A business that combines B2B and B2C is called a B2M, or business to many. And unlike B2C firms that service individual consumers, or B2B firms that only engage themselves with other businesses, B2M firms do both. And what Zee-Pay did is exactly that. Through our ambitious strategy, we were able to move Zee-Pay from a uniquely B2C company to a B2M company. In 2021, Zee-Pay was already offering its consumers many products, including remittance, cash payout, mobile money, microinsurance, and our ambition was to keep those products for individual consumers and extend them to businesses, especially women and young entrepreneurs who are in dire need. We also added a crowdfunding platform where women and young entrepreneurs, like Sarah, could present their startups to get funded from people all over the world. So let's see how our revenue model works.
One of the core missions of Zee-Pay was to support financial inclusion in Africa, and the revenue model had to take that into consideration. So Zee-Pay selected a combination of the freemium and transactional revenue models. To attract the maximum of new users and ensure that access to the platform was affordable, some of the products were available for free, for a limited number of transactions monthly, and to access more features and transactions, a subscription fee applied. But in case it was not in the benefit of the client startup to move to a premium offer, the entrepreneur was still able to directly pay for a limited access of transactions, from which the revenue was in the form of commissions. And Zee-Pay capitalized on the newly generated traffic and resorted to add-ons. Zee-Pay's strategy had several benefits, not only financial but also social. But when it comes to the ROI, it was calculated based on the assumption that the company would succeed in attracting 125,000 clients by the end of the first year, 10% of which would be upgrading. So the remaining 90% clients would follow a freemium model, and the revenue would be based on in-app ads depending on the traffic volume. So according to these calculations, the model would be profitable since the first year. The growth projection takes into account the historical growth Zee-Pay recorded since 2016. Indeed, they reached an unbelievable compound annual growth rate of 146%. Our forecast considers the ratios and past performance of the company, but it is also more conservative in its estimation of the annual growth. However, it remains very plausible that thanks to the B2M strategy, Zee-Pay could grow beyond 88% by 2026. Bridging the gap between banks and businesses will allow entrepreneurs access to essential financial services and credit support, and therefore, promoting social inclusion initiatives for women and youth is the way to ensure that no one is left behind. And this is exactly what Zee-Pay wishes to achieve. The African Development Bank additionally estimates that supporting entrepreneurship in Africa is the way to counter unemployment, boost social inclusion, and mitigate the socio-economic threat, when in fact 71% of the Ghanaian ventures are creating jobs with an average of 8 full-time entry per venture, which greatly contributes in reviving the Ghanaian economy after the COVID recession. But why now? Why is it so urgent now? Well, unlike other women all over the world, Ghanaian and African women resort to entrepreneurship out of necessity, not opportunity. These women without any direct support operate in various businesses to ensure their families still have food on the table. The Ghana Association of Women Entrepreneurs say that 1,500 SMEs have folded up due to the pandemic and its restrictions. And in April 2020, a report in Accra stated that people are filled with desperation and anxiety. People are wondering what will kill them first, hunger or COVID-19. So more than ever, youth and women-owned SMEs need a helping hand, motivated by an altruistic sense of belonging and humanity rather than greed. The decline in remittances is moreover worrisome for the region, where almost 40% of the population lives in extreme poverty, and millions rely on remittances to put food on the table and have children stay in school. And Zee-Pay therefore needs to diversify its sources of revenue to remain on the same growth path. But how can we communicate this vision to the company and the country? Imagine that you are an employee at Zee-Pay. The day of the announcement, you arrive to the office and you open your computer. An ad was programmed to pop up once you turn on your device. It projects the future and depicts a flourishing entrepreneurial scene in Ghana, thanks to Zee-Pay new B2M's orientation. So following the ad, a live from the CEO appears on your screen, and it explains the new vision and the new company orientation. But what about announcing it to the country? The plan is to officially launch the B2M platform on the 25th May, Africa Day. It is a public holiday in many African countries, but it is specifically significant in Ghana, as the first conference of independent African states was held in Accra. Well, Ghana has always been a leader of progress in Africa, and this can continue to do so by leading financial inclusion with Zee-Pay. Thus, Zee-Pay reinforces its social position by selecting such an important day to launch its marketing campaign across Ghana and introduce the country to its new products and vision. But how can we keep the spirits of the troops high, if not by giving them tangible reward? Zee-Pay can establish a timeline of quick wins, small successes that they can keep track on every 3 or 6 months. And this ends by achieving a 50% ROI and 1 million clients registered on the Zee-Entrepreneur platform. Well, fast forward again to 2031. It is thanks to the trust of Zee-Pay and their altruistic thinking that Sarah and the millions of entrepreneurs across Africa saw their businesses flourish and their lives change forever. Thank you.